Hello. This will be kind of like a rough tour of my survival world, which I've been building up over the course of almost a year. So I think from about February, perhaps? I just thought it would make sense to start off in this area. This was my first little house. It's in kind of a colonial style. And that style is carried out pretty much through everything in this world. This is not the biggest structure in this world. It served me well. It was just simple. You know, I built this in the interest that I might expand out into it, but I never did. I pretty much stayed in that tiny area for the whole time I was in this cabin. I didn't even have any sand to complete all the windows. First sugarcane. Actually, the only sugarcane farm. So, you know, created my first. Wait, no. I was gonna say I created my first bookshelves from that, but I didn't. I just stole them from the stronghold. We're just going down to the skeleton spawner, so I used this for a embarrassingly long period of time. It's pretty rough. Pretty rough. Actually, while I'm here, I'll probably cut this out. Well, anyway. So, you know, it's your basic thing. There is nothing special about it. It's the same decade-old design. But like I said, I've been using it for about 7 months. So, well, actually until recently, when I replaced it. We'll go there later. It's a pigment farm, which... At first, in this world, I've got a bunch of different rules. So, for example, I've got a couple mods. You'll be able to see the journey map on the screen. I've also got immersive aircraft, and then a bunch of performance enhancing mods. So, things that just deal with the rendering of chests, but also, for example, but also things like inventory sorting. I mean, just game changing. I hate the inventory system in this game, but that's probably because I've been playing it for roughly 10 years to critique the inventory system. So we'll go there later. It's connected by little airports. That's one of the rules for myself is, although I have immersive aircraft, I try to just stick to flying between airport to airport. I find that keeps things fairly immersive. So when I built this place, I had pretty grand visions. I dread to think how long these grass blocks have been here. Pretty grand visions. I wanted to kind of go out in all areas, and I wanted a big factory at the world spawn to make everything that my world needs, and we'll go there very soon. So first, after building this place, this building here, I felt really confined, and I felt I didn't really have a direction in the world. So I just picked a direction and built a path. And then, when I realized I wanted to have immersive aircraft, I decided I would begin construction of this. Originally went to just here, but then I extended it over to the factory as well. It's just mangrove wood, and then there's a rail on top of it. But I love how it came out. Like, look at it. I was so excited when they added it. Mangrove wood, definitely my favorite. The mending villager, imprisoned ethically. Nether. I don't like the nether, so I've been attempting not to go there. I'm also trying to leave little ruins and dates of when I build things. I've had a lot of Minecraft worlds, and I've kind of missed all of them. I've never really wanted to change worlds. My first worlds were on the computer, but the computer was from like 2005, so I went to PS3. It's been a long journey to actually have a Java world which runs nicely, can have mods, and especially shaders. I mean, I can't play without shaders anymore. Oh my god. I mean, it looks good still, but I can't do it. I can't do it. That oil rig bit there, that was built before the railway, before the factory. I am making an effort in this world as well to try and connect most things with paths. It does just make things feel a bit more lived in. So in this world, I'm really trying to connect the main hubs, well, with airports in extreme locations, but also railways.
Hello, the internet world. I am I'm Jack. I'm the amazing boyfriend of this amazing creator who made this beautiful, immersive environment of death and hell.
What?
I'm kidding.
There's no reason to describe my factory in this way. Anyway, as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, I'm trying to connect everything in the world with railways. I love minecarts. I hope they update them to be a bit faster, sometime soon. Because they are too slow. They haven't been updated properly since, what, like beta? Anyway, the idea of the factory, each one of these buildings has a number of machines in it. So you know, that's the iron farm, that's the mob farm, that's the super smelter, bamboo crafter, bamboo farms over there, and I hope to add some more as well. So, like a cactus farm would be nice, a mangrove tree farm, but I'm really at cross purposes at the moment as to whether TNT duping should be something that I do or do not, because it seems so strongly like cheating. It does. But would I get more out of it and have a better time playing the game? I'm really not sure. Kind of in the throes of that. I might make one and see how I feel after. Maybe I'll come around. Anyway, so building the factory. First this building came. That little triangular bit which centers it was not there. It was literally just a rectangular building. And I'll try and splice in some screenshots after, just so you get an idea. So I knew I wanted to have this building and slowly expand out from there. And I knew that this building was going to house a super smelter. So to fuel that, I built this little bamboo farm here. Which has served me well. Looks like it's just been activated, but anyway. So this design is mostly from the Bedrock edition. Silent Whisper, I think? That's just the design for that stuff. There's probably a better way to do it. But I thought it worked well enough for my purposes. The flying machine is different though. It's specific to the Java edition. This just detects when that block there, the smooth stone block of the flying machine passes, activates the hopper minecarts, goes out and collects it. This is run off a timer. I think it's about 20 minutes. Yeah, I know this is wasteful, but I don't really care. So they'll collect them. This will be activated. Have to move quick. This passes through to the crafting room, and we'll see that in a bit. But the way I've set it up is that there's a super smelter in here. 16 furnaces or something. Anyway, it detects when this furnace here is low on fuel. When that happens, this flops the other way. This raises, this lowers. The water changes directions, goes in this direction, and the bamboo flows into the minecart, into the furnace array. Otherwise, it just crafts, and I love that so much. I know it's not very hard to do, but I just love it. I mean, I love this so much. It's cavernous, you know, it feels like a factory. It's a bit, it's not very fast. I used to have 2 crafters, but I found it wasn't necessary. It flows, the bamboo flows in there. If there's overflow, it just flows back and goes around and around. Works well. This is a minecart filler. When I built this and this, the iron farm and the bamboo crafter, I got really frustrated having to go back and forth to get materials. So I've got kind of this cooling system. I can send a minecart for iron, and it'll go over there, fill itself up, and come back. So whenever I take iron out of that cart, I just send it off, and I always have pretty much full of iron. This is the ethical villager breedery, which is tied into the iron farm. I believe in ethical farming and production. So it's, you know, it's important to me that my workers are kept in good conditions. He has been farming here since he arrived. He's never been outside of this building. Not for many months. This breedery, I forget what this design is from, but throws his carrots to here, they breed, their babies fall out down there. They fall through the lava, but then into water. And that's how the iron golems are separated away. It's very effective. I've had to cull them before, but I'm leaving them to build up because I'm going to have a purpose for them soon. And this is another minecart filler. It works well. So there's only a few more machines. There's this mob farm, which is, you know, it's not a great design. It works really slowly. But it does create enough. I mean, really, it's just an early game starter. You know, this goes around, and when it's ready, it takes away water. I'll go in there. That's probably the better way to explain. Here. Very hard to see. Water pushes mobs off into a fiery pit. Then their drops are collected, sent up here into these item stores. I mean, this has been running for ages, so really that should probably have a bit more stuff in it, but I might expand it at one point. I haven't yet decided. Over here, the little kind of segmented off warehouse bit. So we've got, I'm hoping to have villager trading here. I'm just concerned about if it might interact with the iron farm. I'm hoping it'll be far away enough that it won't be a problem. Over here, just a kind of simple bone meal reliant crop farm. My wool farm. I don't know when I will need all this wool. It's a bit loud, jeez. But if I need it, I have it, and it's important. So that is about all of the really kind of, in its final form, building in this world. Apart from that, and I'll go into the map now. So we're over here. Apart from that, we have the aerodrome. This is one of the airports that I was talking about. And we have a rail line that goes to, at the moment, nowhere. But one day, a museum. There's a beautiful landscape here, which I won't visit today, but I'm hoping to build castles there. But anyway, what I will do is I will get the rail over to the aerodrome. And I'll just fly over to Pig's Mill, which is my zombie pigman farm. So I've never edited a video or even done a video like this before, so I don't know what editing I'll be able to do. I might be experimenting with it a bit. I mean, but look at that view. I'm so proud. That is my baby. I might put some screenshots on. Holy Jesus. I might put some screenshots on to show the progress of that. Just in bits of the video where I'm just moving between places. But even then, like, this is beautiful. This is a beautiful landscape, and what I was looking for is to have kind of a transport network that wasn't at all dangerous. I can just get in the minecart and go. So that's the office building of the aerodrome. It's it's there, but it's not really finished. I actually don't even remember if... Yes, I did finish this bridge. This took... It took about 6 months before I finished this bridge. Just motivation with this. So this is the kind of aerodrome. So it is kind of a colonial style, you know. I have other plans for stuff to go here, but I can't be fucked. I have not got around to it. This looks shocking without shaders, by the way. So the idea is this will be an office. This will be a waiting room. One day. When? I do not know. Aerodrome is named Archbury after the RAF base from 12 O'Clock High, a movie I've seen once. It was okay. So I love the immersive aircraft mod. My only complaint is how quick to react the planes are. This is exactly what I was going for though when I built this rail bridge. That took ages. Frickin' ages. Worth it though. So I'm just going to do a fly over the factory and then I will move on to... Well, first I'll look at the bridge, the viaduct, the rail viaduct for the museum line, and then I'll go to the pig's mill kind of outpost. And that'll be it. Most of this is not at all flat. So there was kind of mountainous terrain here before. This was a valley, but this is also pretty much 0-0. Well, this should be about 0-0 here, because I wanted the factory to always be loaded, but I learned after I built it that that mechanic doesn't really exist anymore. Very frustrating. That's okay. I try to have the railway lines to be totally flat where I can, but it doesn't always work that way. Especially when it comes over here. You know, if 118 is the standard height for my railways. If I did that here, I mean, what would that be? About here? That's ridiculous. So this is just a lower design. Some weathering on the bottom. I haven't finished it. A lot of this world is just not at all finished and very much in progress. But, you know, this is a start. So there'll be another kind of railway station there. I don't know what style to make it in yet, but I'm hoping for something really grand. And maybe, I don't know, if and when the museum is built, I can put up another video to show it off. But the museum will go about here. And I'm not sure what to do about this river, whether I try to cover up certain bits. I think that mountain bit is going to go. Those trees are probably going to go. Because I need all this land. You know, the museum's going to be a complex. A bit like the factory. Just while we're flying, I'll see if I can put on an earlier screenshot of the factory complex. Just through time, so you can get a sense of how it's progressed. That's one of my favourite things, is to look back at the past and see how something has changed. I like to do this in first person. It always feels super janky. Oh my god! Oh, cool. No damage. Anyway, so this is just super basic. I mean, this was built just with the trees that I cut down. Still though, it's kind of crazy. It's got a lot of lava on top. I'd love to turn that into a volcano almost. Ah, rainbow. So this is my second attempt at doing a video like this. The first one I did just with like the inbuilt snipping tool for Windows, although... Actually, no, there is no although. The quality was shocking. And I know this probably isn't the best quality, but you should have seen it. It was like 480p, 30 FPS if you're lucky. It was pretty bad. So this is one of my favourite farms, although it makes use of the nether roof, and this is, you know, it's a bit like what I was saying earlier about TNT tubing. The nether roof definitely feels cheaty to me, but it's so useful, and if I didn't do it, I wouldn't be able to do the parts of the game that I actually enjoy, which is building things, mainly. So the way this thing works is there's a portal down there with 2 spawning pads, which, because we're so high up on the nether roof, only those spawning pads are kept loaded. Any zombies spawned there are then lured into a... Lured? Led? Don't know. Anyway, they're put into a portal. They try to stomp on this turtle egg down there. So they go through a portal. And then they are sent through the overworld to here, where they're just kept in a pile, and then I attack them with sweeping. Anyway, that's about it. That's all that exists in this world so far. The factory is definitely my favourite thing. Though I'm getting a little sick of it, to be honest. I'm ready for a change. Anyway, that's all.